The Western Cape Finance MEC has outlined the administration's medium-term budget for the next 3 financial years. 255.29 billion rand has been budgeted for social services, including primary health, mental health services and school nutrition programs, low-cost housing and poverty alleviation programs. Newzroom Afrika's Yazeed Kamaldien reports.
The Western Cape government has allocated 84 billion rand for the 2024-25 financial year. It presented a medium-term budget that includes 2024 in its projected expenditure for the next 3 financial years. The provincial MEC for Finance says it's a pro-poor budget.
In excess of 75% of our budget is being spent on supporting poor communities. So at the same time, we're protecting poor communities, but we're also prioritizing economic growth and development to make sure that our economy can grow faster and that more jobs can be created in the Western Cape.
Like other provinces, the Western Cape has seen a decrease in funding from the National Treasury.
Primarily, our budget is allocated to the Education Department, to the Department of Health and Wellness and to Social Development. And in there, we really have tried very hard to make sure that our children have a bright and prosperous future. At the same time, our sick and our elderly are cared for. We're also looking at how we make sure that, for example, the school nutrition program, we all know that the cost of food is rising, so we've provided additional allocations to make sure that the school feeding program, which feeds over 500,000 children every day, can keep up with inflation and that the nutritional value of food is maintained. Over the MTEF, our budget is being cut by 6.7 billion rand. Which we've had to navigate, try and buffer and then reprioritize to make sure that we can protect basic service delivery within the system, at the same time being innovative to make sure that we can stretch that rand even more. It is concerning to see that most of the conditional grants being cut are in the human settlement space as well as in the health space. So as far as possible, we're having to add in from within our own budgets and to reprioritize to make sure that some of those key services can continue to be delivered and delivered well.
One of the opposition parties in the Western Cape says the DA-led government is pushing an election agenda with its budget.
Our view is that this is a budget speech that the MEC does, knowing that there's a 29th of May around the corner. And that 29th of May around the corner for her party is actually demonstrating not a good sign. And not a good sign because of lived experiences of Cape Townians, of the Western Cape citizens. If the MEC says her budget is pro-poor, it's an interesting term at the tail end of the administration, because the pro-poor living, in Hanover Park, to date will tell you when you go there and you try to start a business, within no time you are going to be dealing with gangsterism, and those are conditions that we have known for some years.
Just outside the provincial legislature, the local residents shared their thoughts on what the provincial budget should prioritize.
From my side, I would say the government must spend these billions of rands. He can supply people that's unemployed. There's so much people without jobs. And I think it's not right, because that's why you get so much gangsterism, people robbing each other because of people. There's so much unemployment going on here. And secondly is, I think they can, for pensioners and for the disability and for the SASSA, I think they can give them extra money on that.
I would like the government to actually spend at least some millions for neurological children, because at the moment there's a lot of shortage of schools for kids with autism and other special needs. So that's my one wish for government to do for this country.
For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Yazeed Kamaldien in Cape Town.